Hey everybody, welcome back to the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. My name is Scott. If you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys, such as bourbons, ryes, American style whiskeys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also make sure you're hitting the bell notification. That will alert you to when I'm doing new uploads or live streams. So today from Frey Ranch Farmers and Distillers, this is their Frey Ranch Straight Bourbon Whiskey. They are out of Fallon, Nevada. This is going to be, again, their straight bourbon whiskey. Comes in at 90 proof or 45% ABV. It is non-age stated. However, they indicate on the back that it's aged a minimum of 4 years old. So they are also non-chill filtering it, and this is going to be batch number 1. Mash bill on this is undisclosed. However, what it is in terms of percentages, it's going to be a non-GMO corn, winter cereal rye, winter wheat, and a two-row barley. So it is going to be a 4-grain bourbon. MSRP on this is $50, and a couple of kind of interesting things with this. The topper on this is almost like a bronze. It's very, very heavy. I left it off just to kind of see if I could, show exactly what some of that was. It's a really, really heavy topper, and the bottle that it's in itself is maybe the heaviest bottle I've ever picked up for any whiskey, period. So they're going with a lot of quality. They are all farm to table. They're basically doing everything at the Frey Ranch. Distilling, bottling, everything that's there. So I give them a lot of credit for doing all of that and really being kind of farm to table. So again, MSRP on this, if I didn't say it before, is right around that $50 price point. So limited distribution right now, so you'd have to check your area to see whether or not it is available there at all. So typically what I try to do with most or all of my reviews is we'll go through the appearance, nose it, taste it, and then really kind of get into anything else having to do with the whiskey itself. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll kind of get into the review. So color-wise, you can see kind of a pretty nice copper type of color. Move it around in the glass a little bit. And again, with it being non-chill filtered, this will be nice. So at 90 proof and a non-chill filtered bourbon, you're starting to see some pretty nice oils. Legs are pretty heavy on that, so that's nice itself. So, and then also for me, I think moving it around in the glass a little bit helps to just open up the whiskey a little bit, introduce a little bit of air to it, just to kind of help, again, open it up a little bit, hopefully improve some of the profiles on it. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get into the nose. Oh boy. So right away, like a really nice rich oak, like almost like a wet oak that's there. Nice caramel, like a deep, like a fresh caramel note to it. Great baking spice on it. Little bit of like an earthiness, but not a youth earthiness. There's just like some, it's just like aggressive, and then maybe that's just coming from the oak that's there, that like wet oak. And maybe some of the earthiness that I get is kind of like a green tea type of note. So some of that like intense like green tea note. Great rye spice to it as well. And then something like a tropical fruit, almost like a juicy fruit bubble gum note. Not super dominant or anything by any means, but a nice tropical fruit note. And there's that vanilla, but this is more of like a rich cream, like a creme brulee. Really nice note. I mean, really nice nose on that. Very impressive so far with what they're doing. All right. More importantly, let's see how this one tastes. Cheers. Boy, right away again, that from the nose, that rich caramel, oak, baking spice translates quite a bit right away. Again, some of that green tea aspect, that earthiness kind of comes out in it. Some nice burnt sugars there as well. Again, that spice continues to linger. Nice oak, not over oak, but a nice amount of oak that's there. Slight bit of dryness to it. Not hot, it's not hot at all. Creamy, mouth coating. Maybe even some slight green apple there that kind of came in a little bit late. Yeah, again, some of those burnt sugars are still present. That spice really lingers. There's a nice spice to it. That oak that's there starts to subside a little bit with the oak. Still lets you know it's got a lot going on for a 90 proof, bourbon. A lot more spicy, nice oak. Some of that nice earthiness that's there. Not earthiness from a youth standpoint, but earthiness from like a green tea. And again, some of that tropical fruit begins to kind of linger a little bit there as well. Yeah, they're doing a really, really nice job with this bourbon. I don't know if they're going to continue to put out something that's going to remain in the 4 or 5 year range, or they're going to push it up, age-wise. But they're doing a very good job from a quality standpoint so far. I mean, this would compete with, I'd say, really, any of the Kentucky bourbons and all of that. There's just, again, it's a great bourbon profile. That rich caramel, the vanillas, a great spice to it. It's a really, really nice spice. I mean, even maybe a little bit to the point where there's a little bit of like a black pepper type of note, but still in the back you get a little bit of that tropical fruit aspect to it. So it's a very nice bourbon, I'd say, overall. So if this is something that you can find in your area, as far as a recommendation, I'd say give this one a try. I think if nothing else, you'll be very surprised, pleasantly surprised as to its profile. I know everybody thinks that most of the good bourbons all have to kind of come from, either Kentucky or through MGP or whatever it is, but given some of what these other distillers are doing in some of these other states, there's some that are really beginning to really push the envelope in terms of what it is that they're producing. And trying a lot of bourbons like I do, I would say this is really a nice, well-rounded bourbon, period. So give them a try. More importantly, I guess if we kind of get into the finish part of it, it's all of medium, and that lingering spice, tropical fruit, the caramels, the vanillas, all of that kind of lingers and blends well together. So I think whatever it is that they're doing and the grains that they're producing, they're taking a lot of care, probably very passionate in terms of what they're doing, because it has translated into the bourbon itself. So with that being said, I would say, if you can find it, give it a shot. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised with what it is that they're doing. It's a very good quality bourbon. So again, make sure you like, subscribe, leave some comments below. I'm always interested to hear people's feedback and thoughts on the particular bourbons that I'm reviewing. And I know this one's not out to the masses, but if for some reason you've tried this or had this or whatever it may be, or been to the distillery, let me know in the comments below. I'm always, again, interested to hear your feedback on that. Also, remember, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my reviews. And remember, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.